Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to my second part of my first time home buyers series. Looking back at last week's very first video, I did happen to think of something else that I wanted to speak to in regards to buyer's agent. Last week we talked about why it's important to have one. I wanted to touch a little bit on how you would go about selecting a buyer's agent. I feel that it's very important, as it is in most things in life, to find someone that you can connect with. Someone who's like you, someone that you're comfortable talking to, a little bit like your doctor. A buyer's agent has to be someone who fits well with you and your personality. You have to be able to feel comfortable asking questions, not just nod your head and say, yes, I get it. You want someone that you can keep saying, but no, I don't understand. And that person's going to stay patient and help you get to where you need to be, even if that means explaining it 10 more times. It has to be a perfect fit. That's so extremely important so that you're comfortable working with that person. And don't feel bad saying this may not work if you start with someone and you don't feel comfortable. Communications is always extremely important, but do find someone that you're comfortable with and someone that you feel comfortable asking questions to, and you're comfortable with their answers. And make sure you have a right fit. That was just what I wanted to add in regards to the buyer's agent. The next step, once you've found your buyer's agent, is to kind of get yourself a little bit of a list, general at first in your head, as to what you feel you need, what your needs are and your wants are. That list may get tweaked after you move on to the next part of the process, which is speaking with your mortgage broker and getting yourself pre-approved. But if you know what you truly want and need in a home, put those on a list. That list will, like I said, be tweaked and changed, and you may adjust and may find out things that you want once you start looking at homes that you didn't even realize that you wanted, or you may find out that you don't necessarily care quite so much for the fenced yard, or the yard could be a little smaller. It is definitely a journey that we travel when we're looking for the first home. But it is a good idea to just have yourself a general list with those ideas in mind. Okay, that being said, we have to be able to make that purchase. Sometimes our lists as buyers are this big, and our buying budget is this big. So rather than waste your time running and looking, or to risk disappointment, you always want to know where you stand prior to getting out there and looking at those homes. So that is where your meeting with a mortgage broker would come in. A good buyer's agent can recommend different mortgage companies to you that they've been working with and they trust. That is always a good way to go, to have someone that is recommended to you. That mortgage broker will walk you through the steps of a pre-approval. That is not a confirmed mortgage, but what it does is they look at a snapshot of your financial situation, job, your credit, and they will be able to tell you whether or not you are going to be able to be pre-qualified and get that pre-approval letter that you would need to go along with an offer. When we are showing homes to prospective buyers, the sellers that have those homes on the market expect us as buyer's agents to be bringing them qualified buyers, not just people who are coming in and want to maybe check it out and think they might want to buy a little bit later. We don't like to waste the homeowner's time, so we want to make sure that you're pre-qualified, plus having that pre-qualification letter in hand means that when you do find that house that you love and you want, you are ready to move forward, because there are some pieces that need to be in place so that you can move quickly when you do find that home that you're interested in. I could talk on. Actually, there may wind up being another segment a little bit later on preparing yourself financially for purchasing a home, as far as things that you can do to make sure that your credit is where it needs to be in order to pre-qualify. And in the recent years, credit has been a problem. It has been a tough run of it in the economy that we've had. It does not necessarily mean you're not going to qualify for a mortgage. You may have some flaws there, some little bumps in the road, but a good mortgage broker and a good buyer's agent can guide you to what you need to do to make sure that you are prepared to get a mortgage. And there are specific steps to follow to make your credit worthy of that pre-approval letter. That is pretty much what I wanted to add today. Those would be your next steps moving into the mortgage, getting that mortgage letter so that we can move forward on some showings. Hopefully that has painted a little bit better picture for you of the next step moving forward into your purchase of your very first home. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My contact information is below here on the Real Story of Real Estate channel. Please feel free to subscribe. I would love it if you would like and subscribe down below. There's a button, just click that and you will be subscribed to my weekly videos. Plus you'll also be notified of our upcoming new project that's going to be coming out, our Buyer's Caravan, which we're going to be scheduling those in the upcoming weeks. So that puts you in a place where, as a new or prospective buyer, we have some really exciting chances for you to get your feet wet, to jump in the pool without feeling that you are scared to death. You can kind of join a group of us. Okay, hopefully that answered some more of your questions about buyer's agency, about a little bit of the mortgage process, and I will look forward to seeing you again really soon here on The Real Story of Your Local Real Estate. Have a great day.